I got to meet Desiree and some of you where? At an action in West Sacramento when the gang injunction came about. That's when I first learned about getting out there on the streets. It took a while, but this was in 2005. Today, I do private practice, but I'm also out on the streets now as co-president of the foreign chapter of the Japanese American Citizens League, JACL. Okay, and that is funny, but on a more serious note, I have been privileged to represent our community, a community which 78 years ago, because of racism, fear-mongering, and the lack of political leadership resulted in 120,000 Japanese Americans being incarcerated in concentration camps. For a number of years, I think our community just said, okay, remember the past, so something like this never happens again to anyone.
That's right.
78 years ago, there was nobody out there to stand up for our community and say, this is wrong. The ACLU didn't stand up. Even the Japanese American Citizens League didn't stand up for the 120,000. No one, except for a few nice folks that protected some of the properties that were being confiscated by this government. Back then, Earl Warren was the Attorney General in California. He later became a U.S. Supreme Court Justice and probably got some of the most important civil rights cases decided correctly. But 78 years ago, he was a force to make sure that Asians couldn't immigrate here and also to perpetuate the incarceration of 120,000 people. He, within a few years, regretted that decision. And I think he spent the rest of his life making sure that his legacy would not be that. Today, since about 4 or 5 years ago, when some orange-faced guy came cruising down an elevator, our community got worried. We started hearing the rhetoric of trying to divide everyone, talking about it's us versus them. Not just us versus them, but us against each other, trying to divide each group and to make them fight against each other. So, our mission